feel like what you do today really matters. What you do every day really matters to have kind of the best month. So I decided to do like a Welluary challenge, which is basically something intentional every day in February. You could do it every month, but I kind of like the play on words. So it's basically well-being habit every day all throughout February. So I'm going to be doing this Welluary challenge. Now if you want to do it with me, I'm going to go over how to do it. So it's basically going to be doing one thing every day for 7 days, and then you repeat it every week for 4 weeks to kind of get your full February. So on day 1 you're going to do something self-compassionate, on day 2 you're going to do something to move your body, on day 3 you're going to have a gyst day, which I'll go over what that is in a bit. Day 4 is spending some time in nature. Day 5 is Nourish. Day 6 is a journal day. Day 7 you're going to repeat whichever one was your favourite from days 1 to 6. So on day 1, on your self-compassionate day, this is where you obviously do anything self-compassionate. So it could just be that you're choosing not to criticise yourself at all that day, like no criticism whatsoever. So to give you an example, I dropped my son off at preschool today and he was late, and straight away my internal dialogue, I could feel myself kind of feeling a bit low and a bit stressed, and I thought, why am I feeling this way? And then when I kind of got the root cause of it, I know what was going through my head. It was like, you're crap, you're late again, like your son's late for preschool, why can't you just be like one of the other mums and get your ass into gear and get out the door on time? And as soon as I kind of realised I was criticising myself, I kind of just stopped and thought, you're being ridiculous, Kirsty, like, you're a good mom, like, you've got this. Focus on the fact that you actually gone to preschool today and he's all dressed and he had his breakfast and now you're going and you're going to do this video. Like, you're going to achieve good things today. Like, honestly, if you realise when you're criticising yourself and you stop and you kind of make a pact with yourself to not criticise yourself, you'll notice mass change. I've been doing this recently and it really works. But you could do anything self-compassionate. It could just be like making some time for pleasure. I did a whole blog post on like making time for pleasure, which, you know, could be just running yourself a bath, watching YouTube videos. I know I like to do that for pleasure. Anything self-compassionate for yourself, putting yourself first for anyone else, that's your chance today. So on day 2, February the 2nd, you need to move your body. So whether you go for a walk, whether you do a yoga video from YouTube, whether you go swimming, you go for a run, doesn't really matter. Whether you increase your steps that you take today, if you've got one of those step trackers, it doesn't really matter. But today you need to move your body, because you know when we move more we feel better. Day 3 is a gyst day. Now this is something I heard from Kaylin Nicholson's YouTube channel. I'll link it below because I'm not sure if I'm pronouncing her name right, but basically it's like get your shit together day. And it doesn't have to be a whole day because you might be working, but just spending, like, it could just be 2 hours. You know, all those little jobs that make you feel crap because they're like at the back of your mind going like, I don't know, is that just me that you feel like you need to do? So maybe it's like, I don't know, a phone call you've got to make, like a dentist appointment, and just any little job that you've been needing to do, like a form you need to fill out, like something you need to take to the post office, you know, washing you need to put away. Just do it today and it'll make you feel really, really good. Just kind of write a list of all the little niggly things that are really kind of eating away at your brain, the jobs that hopefully don't take too long, but like they've stacked up and you need to get them done. Get those done today, or as many as you can do. That's gonna just do enough that you're gonna feel really good about yourself for doing them. Day 4 is spending some time out in nature. Just go for a nice like walk, just get some fresh air. You don't have to go out for long, just get some time outdoors today. Day 5, nourish your body. Like, eat really, really well today. Just kind of make yourself feel proud. You don't have to eat perfect, but like a step onto what you normally do. And if you already eat really healthy, just add in something a little bit extra, just something to really nourish your body. And if you're already nourishing your body with food, listen to something to kind of nourish your soul, like a really good podcast or something. Day 6 is to journal, or just to write everything down. So I recently did morning pages, and I've kind of, I'll be honest, got out of the habit, and that's basically where you just write things down, like whatever comes to mind, for 3 pages. And I'd recommend anyone to do this. You don't have to necessarily do this, but just kind of, it's really good like brain dump to work out like what's kind of going on if you're not feeling great, or even if you are feeling great, to work out what's making you feel great so you can kind of do more of it. So what you do is you just kind of write down any little thing that comes to mind. So it could be, you could even write down like, I don't know what to write, like anything, and do it for 3 pages, see what comes up, because you'll kind of notice things there. Like, it's just a really good, so even if you just want to rant for 3 pages, it's really good to kind of get anything toxic kind of off your mind. You'll find it really can be quite therapeutic. So trust me on this one. I know this one might sound a bit bonkers, but it's so good for brain dumping. Write down the 3 pages, anything at all that comes to mind. Even if it's like, I've got so much housework to do, I haven't got time for this shit, like, I don't care what you write down, but trust me, like, it's quite funny. Like, you'll read it back and you'll kind of laugh at some of the things that were going on in your brain that you weren't even aware of. Some of the negative things or worries that you've had that you weren't even aware you were having, which is affecting your mental well-being. If you start writing unconsciously without thinking about it, you will notice some really funny stuff, and from there you can change it. Trust me on this one, do it, it really works. Then on day 7, I want you to repeat any of those success, whichever one was your favourite, whichever one you felt like you got the most out of. On day 7, I want you to do that one again. So once you've done your 7 days, you're then going to repeat it and do it for 4 weeks. This challenge to make you feel really good has got to work with your lifestyle. So if you need to change the days to work for you, that is absolutely fine. So like on the day when I say get out in nature, if you really don't want to go out that day because, I don't know, like you're full of cold or something, or the weather is just absolutely horrendous, or you've had like the worst day at work and you really don't feel like going out, I mean, it would probably do you some good, but this is meant to be like a chance to make you feel good. And if going out just doesn't feel good for you, change it for another day. Like, you know, change day 4 and day 2 around. Like, it really doesn't matter as long as you do it on the steps. It's about creating habits that work for you. It's about intentional living. It's about saying you matter, and I'm going to do something for myself every day, because I know when like I put myself first and I look after myself, like I serve everyone else better, I feel good about myself, and I live much, much happier. So change the days around if you need to. The second tip is like stack the days up if like it's feeling good. So say you do a self-compassionate day and what you choose to do that day feels really, really good, then do that the next day. Like, try and still do the next day's step as well. But if it's something like you can really easily like incorporate into day, so like not criticizing yourself, that's not something you physically have to do, that's like all up here, so you can easily add that into the next day. If it's making you feel good, don't stop doing it because you're on to the next day's challenge. Keep doing it as well. Like, stack the days up if you need to. And if you miss a day because something's gone funky, like, just start back like the next day. But I think something that's really, really important to remember is this is a wellbeing challenge, so it should really feel good. So like, keep it really balanced. Like, I have this word which I call balance. Is basically like the theory of balance, I think, is like bullshit. Like, it's you're never going to get a full balanced life, but what you can have is balance, which is basically your idea of balance. So like, on the day when I say like nourish your body, that doesn't mean you have to eat like perfectly super clean healthy. You just have to do what's a real conscious effort for you, what's going to make you feel proud. Like, not comparing yourself to anybody else, like your idea of like healthy eating for you, nobody else. What is like a mass thing for you, what makes you feel good? Like, this challenge is about you and your well-being and nobody else's, so do what feels really good for you. And lastly, like, keep yourself accountable going after this. So I'm going to create like the hashtag Welluary, and you can use this on like Twitter, Instagram. Like, use it, tell people you're doing this, like put something up on Instagram every day, hashtag it. Like, I will be looking out for the hashtags and I'll be supporting them. You can kind of follow me on there. Like, make this like a community thing, get your friends to join in on it. Like, you know, I'm gonna do a blog post on that. Like, you know, check that out. That will come out on Wednesday, or depending on when you watch this, it might already be up. Like, keep yourself accountable, like stay part of the community and just do something intentional, but ultimately enjoy it. Like, really enjoy the challenge. So if you want to have a month where you just feel like just really zen and just really good about yourself, then do the Welluary challenge with me. So that's it for me. Do subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'm going to be doing a Welluary vlog, so look out for that. Click on the little bell so you'll get a notification when that comes up, and I'll see you next week with a new video. Bye!